Sorry to spoiler alert, there will be no surprise endorsement today. I don't endorse as a policy, and I don't intend to endorse. I have always chosen to remain neutral. I think somebody has to, and I fully intend to support the Democratic nominee and win in November.
All right, well, let's continue talking about endorsements because we've seen some pretty big ones ahead of the primary today. Spike Lee endorsing Senator Bernie Sanders, Morgan Freeman, among others, endorsing Hillary Clinton. Are those impacting voters?
I think endorsements have their place. As time passes, though, endorsements don't carry the same weight that they used to. Quite frankly, any endorsement has to be couched with the question of, is the endorser bringing along any kind of constituency? And if that endorser is bringing along some kind of constituency, some kind of ground game machine, then of course it makes the endorsement that much better. It would be accurate to say that there are still some voters who are swayed by the opinions of people that they hold in high esteem, but I think those days are getting more and more spare.
Okay, and just so our viewers know, we have
scarce, I should say.
Right, no, I know what you meant. And so our viewers know, we have a live picture up of Bentonville, Arkansas. We are awaiting a speech from Donald Trump, just so our viewers aren't confused. But I want to continue talking to you about the South Carolina primary. What type of crowds are you seeing? Because in 2008, we saw record turnout in South Carolina. Everybody really rushed to vote for then Senator Barack Obama. Are you seeing the same type of enthusiasm today as you saw in 2008?
Well, of course, I don't think you'll find any Democrat who would suggest to you that we'll have the same level of turnout in 2016 that we had in 2008. It depends on the part of the state. There are parts of the state where the turnout has been rather heavy. In my home county of Orangeburg, for example, there have been some precincts that have experienced a very high turnout. So it depends on what part of the state, but I would have to be honest with you and say that I would be very surprised if the numbers in this 2016 primary equaled those in 2008. Well, different circumstances, different candidates.
Sure. Well, Secretary Clinton and Bernie Sanders have been very open about the fact that they were courting African-American voters in South Carolina. And Secretary Clinton did see protesters for comments that she made years back at one of her events, and she responded in part, and I want to read it to you and get your reaction. In that speech, I was talking about the impact violent crime and vicious drug cartels were having on communities across the country and the particular danger they pose to children and families looking back. I shouldn't have used those words, and I wouldn't use them today. So does the past haunt her, or is she able to recover?
I think anytime you've been in politics in the public eye for as long as Secretary Clinton has, there will be comments and statements that in the day that they were said would have a totally different meaning. Context is very important. I don't think those comments will hurt her with those people who are supporting her. So I think it's kind of a wash. I think there are a lot of voters, particularly voters of color, who are experiencing serious crime in their community who can relate to the intent of Secretary Clinton's comments.
All right, and my last question, Representative, have you already made your vote today?
I voted early. I voted on Monday.
All right, Representative Gilda Cobb-Hunter, thank you so much for joining us today, and make sure to let us know when you pick who you would like to endorse. Thank you so much.
You'll be one of the first to know. Thank you for the opportunity.
We appreciate it. And for our viewers looking live, we are